Seth and I are working on the forms for the stem wells again, hopefully going to get these guys pretty much finished up today. Right now, Seth is cutting these. So these guys right here, they're gonna go across the top like this. Once we get the 2x8 on here, that's what I'm gonna be working on. But they're gonna go across here. He's gonna drill a hole 4¼ inches into here. And then we're going to hang the J-bolts from these. They're going to serve two purposes. One is to support the J-bolts so that we don't have to go through and like push them into the concrete as we're pouring it. The second is to hold the top of the form together more, give it more strength. And so we'll put a couple screws in here and in here, and then that will hold this from wanting to spread apart. So we'll have J-bolts a foot from every corner and every 6 feet apart on center, going around the whole stem wall for the garage. I'm gonna get busy putting up the 2x8s. We're reusing the 2x8s that we used for the footer forms. And so right here, right, I'm just leaving it short. All right, these are the full length 10 footers. And then we're gonna have to cut some right here. But we had to cut some for the footers. And so I'm just gonna go around and use all the 10 footers that we can. And then we'll come back and see which ones will fit best in these spots that are left. Seth's already got all of the supports for the J-bolts cut right there.
It is another beautiful day here on our homestead, and we are working on finishing up the form so that we can pour our stem wall next week.
45 degrees in the middle of August. We're going to be working on the forms for the stem wall today. Hopefully we will get these guys finished up so that we can pour concrete here in a couple of days. You guys, what are you working on today?
Together, Seth and I are going to work on bracing the outer and inner walls of the forms so that we don't have a major blowout when we pour the concrete.
I'm going to start off getting the doors set so that we can cut out the spaces for the doors. This is going to be cut off for the UFR ground, and then I'll be helping them get that bracing done as well. You guys ready to get to work?
Ready.
Right now we're putting in the blocking for the doors, so there'll be a man door right here. And so this is a 38-inch rough opening for that door. And the idea is that when we pour the concrete, it'll be poured up to right here, and then we're gonna cut this out right here. And we'll cut it up over here, and then this will be open, so we'll pour concrete down here, and then pour concrete up to here, and this will act as the stop so that we have an opening in the stem wall for the door. And it'll look similar to the garage door over here.
While Marty is working on attaching the J-bolts to the top of the forms, Seth and I have been going around and measuring and getting ready the stakes and then the outside braces for all the forms. We have all of these that we're going to use as stakes. And then Seth, can you come down here and show them what it's going to look like?
Yeah, so the stake's going to go about right here, and then the board is gonna go like that. We'll just measure it kind of like that. Take this away and then hammer it down.
Yeah.
And
So yeah, so this side will push up against the bottom of the form so that as the concrete comes out, it won't want to slide, and then the stake is going to hold it in place. And then we also have a top one. So this is not put in place yet, but just as an example, we have this stake here, and then this will be to the top of the form so that it won't want to slide out, won't want to expand and gush all over. That would be an expensive mistake.
yes.
We got all the doorways cut out. Let me show you what they look like here. And you saw we cut the rebar off because it was just a little high. And so basically the blocking concrete along here and then up here. And the two garage doors, another man door over there, and then the other man door here. Jules and I are gonna start on the bracing. So we got some all thread here. We're going to be bracing up our forms, maybe a little bit of overkill, but we just want to be sure that it doesn't come apart, right? Because if you spill concrete all over the place, that is going to be one big mess and super hard to clean up. Since we're not pros, we want to try to be extra safe and make sure that we don't have a problem. So we're going to be using some all thread like this. We're going to be running it through the bracing like this, into here, and then out this side, and there will be another 2x4 that it'll bolt to right here, and that way it'll hold that form together. We'll put two, one towards the top and one towards the bottom, about every 4 feet or so all the way around, and just really try to hold this thing tight together. Giant splinter Seth got. Oh man, that's a big one, huh?
Oh wow, so there.
Okay. Thank you for doing it that way.
Let's see, a little bit of Seth is leaking out.
Yeah.
You're the leak boys.
When you're with me, I see it all, I feel it all. It's so clear, you right here. Whoa, we go out together.
Tiny pencil.
Yeah. It's so hard to use there.
Show us.
Tiny little thing. It's like 2 inches, and I have gloves on.
This drill bit right here, look at this. As you can see, it won't go all the way through the 2x4. I just don't happen to have a long enough bit. But if you take your finger and you put it right here in the hole where it went through, then you take a drill with a shorter bit. Usually, you can line it up and get really close. If not right on. Look at that, right through. So when it's, you know, like an inch or two away, you can line it up really easy just by using your finger. Of course, move your finger before you drill through it, but you can use your finger to find the hole. And we can take a nut washer and a nut. There we go. Tighten up the other side. And there we go. We'll do that up here. We'll do it down here. And we'll do that roughly every 4 feet or so all the way around. And hopefully this thing's not going anywhere. We put a nut on here so that it can straighten out the threads. Because when you cut it, it messes it up. But we can take this off, just grab a wrench, pop it off, and it will straighten out the threads here on the end so that we can get another one, another 3 actually nuts on there.
We've got forever in each other's arms. It's so clear, you right here. Whoa, we go together. There's no doubt what we found. We know we go well together. We go well together. We go well together.
Finally, I believe we are done with the forms. We've got lots of bracing and all of that. The door's cut out, door cut out, door cut out, door here cut out. Looks like we're pretty much ready. In the next video, we'll be pouring the concrete into these forms, and I will show you the details of how we have it braced and how we built it before we pour the concrete, all right? Hope you guys have a really great day. Keep smiling, and I will see you over in that video in just a second.